Hey, what's up YouTube? Got a new video on the All-Pro Football 2K8 editor that I've been working on. It's been a few weeks, maybe even a month since I last brought out a new version, but this version is pretty jam-packed with a number of changes. I think there's over 20 that I've written down, 20 different new features and fixes, but there's also miscellaneous ones that I'm sure I left out. So I wanted to show you a quick before and after of the last version compared to the current version. Just so you guys know, you have the ability to see all of the version history on my new site. If you go to APF and then Editor, you're going to see a list of all the different new additions with version 1.6. So I just wanted to highlight a few of these. I'm going to probably make some separate tutorials, quick 2-minute, 3-minute tutorials on how to use certain features. So this is just a high-level walkthrough of the changes that you're going to see. First thing is you're going to see the tiers here on the right side. The right side is the new version, left side is 1.5, the previous version. And you're going to see the new tiers, so now you can actually find users on the main grid with the actual tiers here as a extra indication of who are the better players. You also have, I also basically wrote out all the attributes, so you're going to see now in here all the different equipment and birthday. Everything's filled out now in the main grid. The previous version, this was partially here, so I went ahead and filled these out so you have a full view of all the data on the main grid. This is the old version. You're going to see a lot of zeros and things that are just not correct. Empty cells as well. So I cleaned that all up, so you're going to have all the different attributes in here as well to see. I also fixed up the global editor, so now you're going to have in here the ability to look at every single attribute and set them based on percentages or fixed values, and it's going to be just like Finn's editor before. You can basically change attributes for the entire roster. You can do quarterbacks, you can do positions, teams, attributes on the fly. So, but I think I cleaned that up to make it full featured with all the different attributes and equipment. So moving on, next thing here is I added the cities. So now you can pick the team city on the options tab, go to team city, and you can basically pick team cities. I also put in type ahead, so now you can just start typing and it'll pick up the type ahead text based on your typing. These are added to all the drop downs, as you can see. This version you can see here, it just had the drop down, and now you can actually just start typing ahead. So stadiums, I didn't do anything with stadiums, I just re-sorted them. So now they're sorted by alphabetically, whereas before they were just all over the place. Next thing here is a new addition, uniforms. So I've added uniforms to the editor, which is a brand new feature. And you have the ability to upload your own uniform. So if you go into the game and you create a uniform in the game, you can actually upload that uniform to the editor and save it. So if you want to make 4 different uniforms for your team, let's say you want to make alternate uniforms or additional classic uniforms, whatever it may be, you can easily come into here and upload those and store them in the editor to make quick, easy changes. So if you want to come in here and you want to pick, a different uniform, you can do that, and you also have the ability to upload a picture. I went ahead and uploaded a full set of default pictures for all computer teams along with the NFL. And there's the Bills there. So there's pictures there for you guys to see. I actually added a Browns classic uniform based off of Darth Destro's classic teams. And so the uniforms are here now, so you can actually see a preview if you like. When you upload an image, or I'm sorry, a uniform, you have the ability to, like I said, upload an image. If you don't upload an image, you're going to see here, no preview image found, and you're going to see this just sample picture I have here. So the Falcons I don't have a picture of in this version, so you're going to see just this blank picture. So you can still upload, the point here is that you can still upload a uniform even though you don't have a picture, and it'll ask you. So I'm going to get into more details in another video on the uniform, and I'll show you how it works, but that's just a highlight of this new feature that I'm excited about. Makes uniforms a lot easier to work with. Moving on, I added collars to the uniforms. So I have a list of all of the collars that are available to you. Changing these will change the text on the collar of the uniform and on the helmet, the front of the helmet. So the new ones that you're going to want to see here, we have All Pro, so you can change it to be All Pro. Or I also found Visual Concepts, so they have Visual Concepts in there as well, hidden in there. I could not find a way to remove the collar altogether. I know some of you guys were wondering if we can either remove them or we can pick an NFL team. I could not find that, unfortunately, but I do have all the collars here, so you can quickly just change it to whatever you want. I'm thinking of if I'm going to make an NFL roster, I would probably put All Pro in all of them, and then they're all just going to say All Pro. That way they don't have, a generic name like Americans showing. That'll make things look a little bit less authentic. So that's the different changes that I've created on the team aspect. Let's go back to the players, the editor, and this is going to be a big one. I'm going to show you guys. So this is the before, and as you can see, as you would change these, nothing would get changed. I fixed that in the new version, and I'm going to show you the differences. Let's go ahead and pick someone that is an actual tier here, Eugene Robinson. So I'm probably going to go maybe into more detail in a new video on this one, but for now I'm going to at least highlight what I've added. As you can see, when you make changes here, they do not get reflected up top. All the changes now will get reflected, as you can see there, 45, 41. Anything you change on here will automatically change. See, the positions are changing as I change them. You can change the weight. That changes. So the header is more responsive now. You can change your college. It'll actually, it should change. Oh no, there it goes. It'll change there as well. Even the names will change. If I pick Aber, it'll change. So this is all dynamic now, and it'll change based on your settings here, which is kind of cool. The old version wasn't doing that. You're also going to notice I have the tier here. So as you change, it'll change the star to a different star. One thing I added here, by the way, you're going to see this is copper. So we're going to have gold, silver, and bronze. That's what comes in the game. But for some leagues, they use this copper color, which is different than bronze. See that? And that comes up when you have basically one or more abilities on a generic. If the generic has no abilities, then it'll become just generic and it'll be set to none. It'll look like this. It'll have nothing there. But if you add an ability to a generic player, at least one or more, then you get the copper. Just an FYI on that one. I also added all of the equipment and the rest of the appearance done. So we do not need to use Finn's editor anymore. That's going to be able to, you can just dump that off if you'd like. Everything in this editor is fully featured now, and you have all of the equipment and the appearance all here in one package. As you can see, years pro, date of birth, they were gone here, and they're added over here. Face was added. Dreads were taken off because there are no dreads. I looked everywhere, I could not find them. We also have, let's see what else we have here. Body was there before, and let's see, type we have, so you can pick different types. That was there. College. So you can see the before and after. You guys can take a look at that on your own. Face picker, I did add some new selections. As you can see now, the difference between the previous and last version. Last version just had these minor filters. Now we have all different types of skin, different types of hair, and facial hair. So if I want to pick, let's just say, somebody that's dark skinned and they're bald and they have a beard, well, there you go, I got two guys. If I want a guy with a mustache, I get more. If I want stubble, no more. Goatee, none. Let's see if I get someone. Nope. What about balding? So as you can see, you can start to filter by more options, which is kind of nice. Let's keep moving. Next thing you're going to see here, which I'm really happy about, is the equipment. So the blue is what preview you're going to see in the top right. So as you start to switch through these, they're going to change to the different type. I've taken a picture of every single equipment, so you guys are going to see that in here. So as I pick different face masks, you're going to see that right here without having to go in the game. I'm really happy about this feature. It's going to make editing 10 times cleaner and more intuitive, and you're going to see every single equipment type in here. One quick note, the face mask, I found none, so you can actually put a player with no face mask if you want to play around and have somebody go out there unprotected. Trying to go through this pretty quick, guys, so hopefully you guys can hang in there. If you want to rewind, you can rewind, obviously, and listen again, but I want to get these in as fast as possible. You can see here a lot of the equipment was missing in the old version. I've added those all in here. So now you have all the equipment. And you have, like I said, every single picture, so you can play around and you can take a look at the pictures here and you can actually see what you're changing, which I thought was really nice. Now you don't have to worry about knowing what color 7 is. You're going to see it right here. So I hope you guys like that. Attributes, I don't think anything changed here beyond fixing and making sure that things are all correct. But that's pretty much the same. The abilities, I did fix. I think before we had an issue where it would actually go to like -1 or something. So that's been taken care of, and it would actually double up. You see it goes from 2 to 4. So that's all fixed now. Those are working right. Animations, nothing really changed here, so that's pretty much the same. I added some more play-by-play names. You're going to see that in. I actually put it in the release notes here. I added Johnny Unitas' face, and let's see what else. I think I pretty much went through most of it, guys. But let me just see if I have anything else in here that I'm missing. I think that's mostly everything for you guys. I know I ran through it really quick. I'm probably going to do a couple more tutorials to kind of give you some instructions on how to use these new features. But I'm really excited about it. I know it's been quite some time coming before I released it. But it is fully featured now, which I'm happy about, and you have a lot more capabilities and tools to use when editing the All-Pro Football rosters. So I think that's it for now. Guys, remember, if you want to donate, you can always come up here and hit the donate button. You can come to my site, and there's a donate button on the top right, kinghavo.com, and any donations would be much appreciated. This stuff takes a long time to do, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be putting up a link shortly on my website to have the new version out. So by all means, give me some feedback, send me some emails, put some comments. Be happy to hear them. All right, peace.